You know,
agenda.
we're in the first week of January. A lot of people are thinking about losing weight, getting healthier. Dr. Oz has been joining us every week through the years, the first week of January. And today you're going to tell us about a 21-day diet, where the headline is what?
The headline, and this is based on 3 major studies that came out last year, looking at how you can lose weight most effortlessly. It turns out cutting out meat and even dairy products happens to be correlated with a lot of weight loss. It also reduces the incidence of cancer and heart disease and other things that we're now noticing. But the idea that you could make it seem easier to lose weight for the average American is a big deal. But Oprah's on my show today, and she looks...
Winfrey?
Oprah Winfrey looks unbelievable. And she's also sort of automated a program for herself. I think that becomes the key message here. How do you make it easy to do the right things you can do for 3 weeks? Because this is a 21-day breakthrough program. And again, we have 1 million people already signed up for it. You know, they can go to the app, DrOz.com. It's all there, simple, easy to do, all free. It's the foods we're about to talk about. But the ultimate goal here is to make it so simple that without trying hard, you effortlessly lose the weight, so you go back to your playing.
That's great.
All right, so show us how effortless.
All right, so if you're going to cut out meat, which you don't have to do for the entire time, just 2 days a week you can have meat, but the other 5 days, please don't. You want to replace it with hearty foods. You get as many non-starchy veggies as you want. Breakfast might be, for example, avocado with a whole grain bread. I said bread. You can have bread,
okay,
but it's got to be whole grain.
You can only have 2 pieces a day, though.
Yes, 2 pieces
whole grain, not wheat.
Whole grain. It can be whole wheat, too, but it has to be 100% whole grain.
Okay.
And not all whole wheat is.
Got it.
You can have other grains as well. Quinoas, hemp, chia seeds also work. I gave those to you. They're snacks. You can have fruits. And I don't want you ever to be hungry. Please feed the boys. But when you're done the program, and each day, you should feel satiated. And the healthy fats, the high fiber, and the high protein, but based primarily on plant proteins, is the key to success. And we have plant proteins now, like beans, legumes. There are all kinds of sources: tempeh, tofu, mini seeds. You mentioned pot earlier, hemp seeds, which have no actual THC and then won't get you high, have it as well. These will get you the protein you need without relying on the high-fat meats that we traditionally have.
Dr. Oz, a lot of people, they love to go to the fast food restaurants. They start tasting this stuff, and they don't like the way it tastes. Do you get used to it after a while?
Ainsley's probably the biggest and most important issue. I talked about it with Oprah, and you'll hear later today as well. Your taste buds begin to get rebooted. Reset. Listen, you infantilize your taste buds when you eat fast food all the time. You treat them like 5-year-old taste buds. We have sophisticated taste buds as adults. We're supposed to be able to eat foods that have a little bit of bitterness, like these vegetables will often have. And if you can eat as many vegetables as you want, and literally you can, non-starchy veggies, why not take advantage of that opportunity? You get single little slices of fast food junk or processed food, well, or soft drink, you're never going to be able to keep your diet because your brain's so smart. It says, Steve, you gave me calories, but no nutrients. Go back and get more. Whereas Ainsley says, I got nutrients in my body. I got so many, I don't need more calories.
Right.
Okay. What are the starchy vegetables that we should avoid?
Well, the things like potatoes, because they're grown under the ground, they store their carbs a little differently. And so for the purpose of the diet, to rapidly lose weight, and we had on the program, we've had women lose on average about 10 pounds over a few weeks, so it's pretty impactful. So we do have to restrict some of those things, like potatoes.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I know I've asked so many questions, but I'm so fascinated about this. Can you eat butternut squash?
You can eat butternut squash. In fact, that's one of my favorite things. Cut it up. I like to roast it a little bit in a pan with a little olive oil and some peppers. It is unbelievable. We fight in our family. Daphne and I go to battle over the butternut squash.
That's in her cookbook, by the way.
I know.
If that's the biggest fight you have, I think you'll be okay.
We have butternut squash. Much bigger ones.
You can't even get to counseling with that explanation. But Dr. Oz, I want to talk to you about one of the hottest things in Washington right now, and that is repeal, replace, or don't Obamacare. Doctors, for the most part, are split 50-50. Love it, hate it. What would you like to see stick? What would you like to see go?
The reason doctors are split is because we know how we really will win the battle for health care. People in Washington can fight about how they're going to pay the bills, but we actually have to reduce the overall bill. What you do that is losing weight, which happens to correlate with a lot of... If you lose weight, all programs work. If we don't, as a nation, get thinner, then it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to be able to affordable. But I'm heading out to Las Vegas for the big CES conference, the big technology conference, and I believe the solution is here. We're going to be able to walk around with little coaches.
An app.
Yeah, not just an app. It's an ecosystem where you will be able to walk around your phone like a good friend with these new artificial intelligence breakthroughs. He's going to say, hey, Steve, go get for that, do this, or Brian, run a little this way, but don't run that way. Subtle little Ainsley, you need a butternut squash. Here's how you're going to make it. And it's not just the food. It's much bigger than that. We can actually tell how much stress is in your voice.
Sure.
These new technologies help you sleep better.
So you think technology is going to be the key?
8 years ago, when President Obama came to power, we did not have the technologies that currently exist to help people stay healthier. We are in a breakthrough moment now, an iconic moment in our nation's history, and you're going to see this take over the country over the next year to two. It will make it much easier for us to stay healthier, because the battle for health, listen carefully, guys, it's not won on Capitol Hill.
Sure.
The battle for health is won in our bedrooms, in our kitchens, in our living rooms. That's how America gets
But right
healthier.
now we need some money to get the health care you need.
So we haven't seen you since the election. What do you think, President Donald Trump coming soon to a capital near you?
To a town near you. I mean, it's an opportunity for change. We'll see what happens. It's a lot of pressure on all the folks involved. So people need to step up and play their best.
There you go. You always do. Dr. Oz, thank you very
Dr.
much.
Oz.
We'll be watching later today to see Oprah.
Right. You're guessing a lot more
Winfrey.
traffic.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
That's one.
Is there another one? I don't know of another one.
By the way, she looks fabulous.
She does.
I've
Right.
never seen her look like this. I mean, not just in her body, where she's going to tell you how much weight she lost. It's
Right.
unbelievable. But she just energetically is in a unique,
She's
great place.
doing Weight Watcher diet, right?
I would
Yes.
like to see her in person. Oprah, if you're watching, come after you see Dr. Oz, come see us tomorrow.
Please.
Yeah, we would love to have her on the set.